Yeah, good morning, everyone. Oh, sorry, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mrs. Zele Tejiosho, the founder of Wi-Fi Combat Academy. You must have watched some of our videos. Okay, so let me just tell you, we have members and non-members here. So let me just introduce you to a bit about what Wi-Fi Combat Academy is. So we're a tech hub where we help train our students, especially kids and teens from the ages of um, 6 years old to 17, on relevant tech skills that enable them for them to be future ready for the workforce. We've seen how the workforce is changing. We've seen how technology is disrupting every industry, and we're now what we call the autonomous economy, where everything that we're seeing will be digitalized, everything that we're seeing will be automated. And surprisingly, our latest technology is ChatGPT. And we've seen how ChatGPT will enhance the job experiences. I'm not too sure whether ChatGPT will take the jobs, but what it will do is enhance every industry. Like for instance, now that I saw an article, and they said that an article from an Elon Musk article saying that GPT will take over programmers. Surprisingly, I know people that they program, but they also use ChatGPT. So you need to even learn to program to be able to understand what the codes are and how to edit your codes. Okay, so today we're doing something very, very different today. Um, we're actually during the holiday. Let me see if I can open our Instagram page. During the holiday, our we had our summer boot camp, and what we did was to prepare students on how to build games for the industry. That's what we did. It was very, very interesting, very interesting, and very enlightening. And we actually had a very lovely time. We had students that did a lot of things. I'm going to show you some videos. So today what we're just doing is it's a continuation of what we did. We'll do a little bit of Manu games. Now the gaming industry is big. It's worth over billions of dollars. Lots of people don't believe that the gaming industry is big. The gaming industry is not just about how to design games. I want to learn how to design games and I want people to play my games. But this gaming industry is kind of it's an it's more tailored. Do you understand what I'm saying? To industries like if I want to learn how to if I want to learn how to do certain things using in the medical field using gamification to learn how to do surgery. These are the kind of things that the gaming industry is all about. So we've gone beyond just training students on how to design games, but gaming can be used as a learning tool for the educational sector. Like that's what they call it gamification. Like I want to learn about a certain industry, and after learning the industry, I can now have a quiz, which is just on gaming. There's so many educational apps that now use gamification. So later today, we're going to introduce you to our facilitator. That is Mr. Uchida Okoya, and he's going to tell you a lot about the gaming industry and then opportunities within the gaming. Once you guys are in school, you can be earning dollars. I'm telling you. They're looking for young people like you all over the world who can be able to come up, who can use certain softwares. Now, one of the biggest gaming engines, so gaming engines is what they use. So I know that lots of young kids use Roblox. Roblox is very interesting. It gives you understanding on how to get into the gaming industry, especially if you're young. And I know that some of you here have been able to use gaming to do a lot of things. Roblox is very, very common. Some people have been able to use programming languages to do gaming. You can use Java, C++, C++, even JavaScript. I was a bit surprised to do gaming. But for the industry, you have the industry tools that you have Manu 3D, that's Unity 3D, 2D, and then you have game engines. These are the leading game engines that we have in that is leading within the industry, and it's important that as young as you are, you learn. You don't really, even if you're not really interested, just have understanding because when you're trying to come up with your teams, that's another thing that I wanted to discuss with you. Right now, we're seeing that there's so many startups. We don't have a lot of jobs, but we have a lot of tech-enabled startups. And you'll be surprised that these are being run by young youths in their 20s. They're able to raise millions of dollars in capital. And you just even understanding it too, you can create things, come up together, collaborate, and do a lot of things. So, in order not to waste time, I'm going to call Mr. Uchenna, who will introduce himself. As I said, he's a gamer. He does things on virtual reality. He's done a lot of things. He's an industry leader in Nigeria for the gaming industry. He's done amazing. During our did a lot. I'm going to try and check my portfolios on my other laptop. But once I open our, what do they call it? Once I'm able to open our Instagram page, our Instagram page is at Wi-Fi Combat, WIFI COMBAT. So I'm going to call Usoche to take over the stage. More people will be coming, but as I said, timing is very important. We need to do things properly. So what he's going to do now is to introduce himself, talking a bit about the industry, and then if any of our students are around, they'll get to show what they did in Manu Game, and then from there we now start the classes. Okay. So Msochena, are you around? Are you there, please?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
So you can go ahead and take over the stage. And okay. I may interrupt you. Maybe the time that after you've introduced what you've done, introduce your students. If some of our students on the platform, they can share their works. And I just want to show what we did for our summer program. A little highlights there and a little highlights there. So you can take over. Thank you very much.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. It's good to be here. It's a pleasure to always get to share. Sorry, first of all, I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are.
Okay, so it's always good to share knowledge with people. It doesn't matter the age. I'm always learning from every time I share knowledge. So I'm always happy to share knowledge. So we had a class months back, game design. We used a game engine called Manu. It's a new engine. The company started 2019. But before we get to all that, let me introduce myself and let me share my screen and just do a small introduction of who I am. So, can you see my screen, please? Hello, can you see my screen? If you can see my screen, please put in the chat so I'll just say something. Okay, so my name is Uchenna Gebatukia. I'm a game designer. Okay, that's my screen. I'm a game designer, among other things. I'm an artist, digital artist, 3D artist. I've done a bit of 2D, and I've done a bit of graphics design. I have touched around the industry because, like, everything else in this life, you have to test around and find which one best suits you. And industry is always moving. Industry is never stagnant, so it's never stagnant. Sorry. So for that reason, I have to do a lot of jumping about to find the things I love. And I found that I love 3D. It's easier for me. I don't have to draw very much. So 3D is naturally the best place to go for animation or for game design. I love telling stories, but I don't like telling one-sided stories. I want to involve people when I'm telling my stories. I want the people, the viewers to participate. That's why I like use game engines. Game engines are interactive. You tell interactive stories. Like, for example, God of War is a story where you can play, you can tell the story with them. So you take a controller and you go on the journey with the story they're telling. I prefer that than just watch a movie where I can't even contribute or like I can just watch. So that's why I started learning game. I started as an animator, a photographer, video editor before I moved into gaming. A lot of people have asked me why gaming. At the time I started making games, I was probably the only person making games, trying to make games for phone, mobile, on 3D imaging. And people ask me why. I don't know today. I just know that a big part of my youth was me playing games, reading comics, watching animations, and I wanted to give back as much as I had in giving to because people that made all those stuff made it when there were no tools, when it was hard to make them. Now we have tools everywhere. That's one of my main reasons why I started making games. It was later that money found me. So passion was way in front of everything I wanted to do before I started taking our profits. It's very important to take our profits because it's very lucrative to do what we do. But if without passion, you get tired and you burn out. But anyway, that's me in a nutshell. I have been doing this for over 15 years. And teaching has helped me. Sharing my knowledge has helped me learn. Normally, if I was just working as a game designer, I probably would just know only one engine. But because of I've had to teach over time, I've had to learn Unreal Engine, Unity, CryEngine, Godot. I'm learning Godot right now because of recently, a few days ago, we were watching Unity had issues and we're worried Unity will close down. So don't stay on one engine. Manu, why I use Manu now, why I teach Manu, why I'm going to introduce Manu to you guys today, or share with people I've taught it before, is because it's a lot easier. Most games engines are related to programming, right? I'm not a good programmer. Not all of us will be good programmers, and not all of us will be good artists. I'm more of an artist than a programmer. So I was looking for an engine that will help me tell the stories without me having to type code. Unreal does it. Unreal has its own node-based coding that you can use, and Unity has their own too. But Manu is strictly a no-code game engine, which is I'm quite comfortable at home. So it's a good place to start learning how to make games. It does not take away the logic of building games. You still have to know how to build games. No matter how much you learn to type code, if you don't know the process of gamification or how to make a game, you will just know code. So Manu will teach you how to make a game, and you can still go and learn code if you want to. But Manu has its own kind of mathematical calculations you do learn for advanced functions, but it's not coding. So that's why I think it's easier for me to teach people that, and then you can decide to say, now that I'm making things in my own, I want to learn Unity on Unreal Engine. And that's your decision. And then what I come out to be there for you, there to hold your hands through Unity or Unreal Engine when you want to make it. So this is me in a nutshell, and yeah, this is just me mostly. I also do on AI art. I use it a lot because of, like I told you earlier, I don't know how to draw. And we all have to admit where we're not strong so that we know where to get help from. Mostly when you're starting, you're going to be doing personal projects. And in a personal project, you don't have the multiple teams. So you'll be the one doing the drawing, the story writing. So this is where AI can help you take help. Like, for example, storytelling, I use ChatGPT to generate a template that I now go and edit and fix where I want to fix. For concept art, I use AI to generate art, which I now take into 3D and now model and design. So AI art is here to help you. It is not what you used to. It's not the finishing touch, but it will help you get your basis off the ground. So please embrace AI to save a lot of stress. And then when you now have a good product that people like, you can also invest in paying artists and story writers to write more professional stories because you have to pay people. If AI can do everything for you. So that's why I use AI. That's why I learned it. So like I said, I have learned and taught AI. I've learned a lot of tools and thoughts. But today we'll be talking about Blender, Manu, and Mixamo. So what we're trying to do is using those three particular platforms or softwares to make a character that can be put into a game, and then to make your character continuous. So that's what we're talking about today. Please, if there's any question before I go forward, I'll can ask. And here's my Instagram page. Instagram page is Instagram. Please, can you still hear me? Am I still audible? Hello? Hello? This is some of my works. That's some of my works. I'm always putting out work out there. So one thing I realized, like anything you do, try to get like a professional page or a page where you put your work. I don't have a personal page. All I have is page my work. Um, so I always put my work out there. It's good for two things. You steadily build a portfolio, and then you get to get feedback from things you've done, and then get people to say, okay, this is where your error is, what is what you focus on, this is where your strength is. So you can know, because sometimes you can't look at your stuff, you have bias. Put it out there, let people judge your work. Don't be afraid for people to correct your work or to say, oh my God, this is not fine, and then it will help you improve. So my social media is focused mainly on putting my work out there, getting feedback, using it as a portfolio. I also have a personal portfolio I build on a free platform Wix, my portfolio. But I mostly use my social media as my portfolio and my interaction with them. So these are my portfolios where I have a portfolio. So it's good to have a portfolio, because some people that are looking for you will not have the time to go. They don't have social media. Some people, executives or recruiters for all these big companies, they are not they might not be on Instagram. They might be on LinkedIn. So sometimes it's good to have like a portfolio outside, like where only your work is, no noise, no social media work, just the work out there to help whoever is looking for you to properly say, okay, this is the I want, this is what they've done, and I like them. So this is a free platform, Wix. They can be the free portfolio website on Wix and put that out there, because the people that are looking for you don't really care if you have a domain name. They just want to be able to see your work in an organized fashion with no noise online. So I always make sure to try and have like a portfolio using Wix, using your social media. Keep putting your work out there over time to pile up before you know you have a portfolio. And portfolio helps, like being a personal portfolio helps you discipline, where you give yourself tasks, like I want to make an animation short story, and then you finish it and put it out there for people to keep on pushing. So because it is good for you to have a focus, deadline, and be able to execute. Ability to execute is very, very important. So this is what my portfolio is doing. I'm on LinkedIn too, but it's mostly just for work. So my work is out there. So that's mostly what it is. So this is my LinkedIn page. So that's me. That's my online presence. This is me in a nutshell. And yeah, this is why I'm here today, to share knowledge with you. And I hope that we take away something from this class, right? So yeah. So now I'm going to move into the first platform, which is Mixamo. So I'm going to introduce, I think I should start, I'm starting backward. Let me start from Manu. So this is the main reason we're here today. And as you can see here, by September 30th, they'll be bringing out their new version, which is going to be having more features, pack with more features, do more, make it better. So this is Manu. Manu is a game engine. It's a no-coding game engine where, as you can see on the screen, what's happening. These are all the projects we have built. Manu. It's very straightforward and free to download. The site is manu.co. And if you can't download it, don't worry. We're going to send you instructions on how to download the shader with you. And you can go back and watch this recorded video later when it is put up online. So one of the things that I want to share with you is how to bring characters into Manu. The easiest way to bring character into Manu, because for game engines, one of the most interesting things are the character. What are you controlling? What are you playing as? So most people mostly use humanoid characters. So I'm going to show you how to bring human characters into Manu with no stress, like not much stress. If you have to, no much stress compared to relatively what we did before. So to do that, this game engine, first of all, if you want to download it, just click. This is the download process. You go to the site. This is the home page you're going to find. When you click on free downloads, it's going to take you to a page where you're going to find about it. So you know coding required, the kind of 3D models you can bring into the game engine. It is fast, intuitive, and very easy, which is true. And about manual feature tutorials here, the tutorial page. So it's going to detect if your system is on a Windows or a Mac. If it doesn't, you click by yourself, you select any one, and then you can download. Before you download, you're going to fill your name, your email, and then what profession, what you do. If you're a student, if you're a studio, if you're a solo developer, programmer, designer, whatever you are, you can throw here or that, right? But this is very important. I didn't share that earlier with the student. I want you to. This is a very important. The system requirements are very important. It requires a 64-bit processor, not a 32-bit. It's a 32-bit and a 64. Make sure your system is 64-bit processor. The OS is Windows 8. Minimum OS you can take is Windows 8, but everybody has Windows 10, I'm sure. So you're fine. 64 bits. Processor 2 gig, nothing lower than 2 gig. Broadcom or 2 do, which is one old, so you can take any i5 is fine. Your RAM must be minimum of 8 gig. Anything less than that, you're going to struggle. And then your graphics must support OpenGL 3.3. These are the requirements. If your system have this, you know you can run with it. If it doesn't, you're going to have difficulties. And I realized we had that issue with the former class. I wanted to put that out there. Current version is 1.13. Like I said, the company is very new. They launched in 2019, or they came out of social media 2019, and they've been going ever since. So yeah. So that's just the instruction. So if you're putting this instruction, you just click on download. After you fill your name, agree to the terms, you download it. It will give you a zip file, which you're going to unzip and then run. It doesn't install. It's a folder where you just unzip and run it. So yeah, let me just go through. Although I have it, let me just go through the process. You say in the studio, and then I will agree. So you go through and then download it for me. Once you show this page, it has resumed download. Then you can start downloading. Then to show you your first tutorials, which you can go through if you want to. Yes, they have tutorials on the site. Download. When it finishes, it will give you a zip file. So while that is happening, I already have it. So I'm going to minimize and show you the Manu platform. Please, if you have any question, put in the chat or try to address. So I already have Manu installed. This is the icon now here. Click on it and then open it. So this is right now on the screen. So I have turned on the engine. This is the game engine. Once you turn on the icon, man, this is you're going to find small window. It's going to give you if you already just installed Manu for the first time, you will not have all these recent projects because I've been using it for a while. So these are the projects I've done and showing you this. You have a tutorial by the side, and there's a manual just to briefly explain the things you can do and do without manual, the things, shortcuts, anything you need to learn the basics is in the manual. You can create a new project or you can open an existing one. These are all the social media handles. So you go to any social media handle. But also, if you can go on Discord, please put them on Discord. Discord, they reply they reply very well. They answer a question like in an hour or two. They're very friendly. And because they're very new, they are willing to talk to everybody. So the version is 1.1 alpha, but in the next 6 days or so, or 7 days, we'll be getting a new version, 1.2. And they're promising to come with a lot of features. So yeah, so we're going to start a new project. So this is a new project. Click on a new project, is going to give you this window, create new projects. So you're either going to get this empty one or one packed with a lot of assets. I prefer the empty one because I don't want to be cluttered. I want you to see what I'm doing. And you can choose to name your project. Let me name it class 101. So you can name it whatever you like. Sorry. You can name it whatever you want. So class 101, and I'll pick this. I selected this one. this ticket, and I'll say create. And it will go ahead and okay. So once you download the zip file, somebody asked me what I do after I download the zip file. So once the zip file is downloaded, it will go to where it is. So if you are using like a browser window, I'm using Chrome, I will come up here to my download icon and I will come to the place and you can see 3. It's the third one I'm downloading. So click on this folder, it will take me to where the folder is. So now this is the folder. Once you get this folder, what you need to do is right click on the folder. If you have a zip, if your folder is this icon, right click on it. Or if it is a zip folder, right click on it and you see extract. I think extract here or extract to folder. Mine you say extract to Manu here. You go to yours, then you click on this, and it will run through and extract it. It will go to extract and give you a folder. Once you wait for it to be done, once it's done, you hear the sound is done, and then you double click on it, open this folder. Inside, you're going to find, scroll down to find this Manu icon, this icon here. Double click it, and the Manu will start running. If your system is, and if your system meets the requirements, you will see the window I showed you earlier that's open in mind. So that's what you do. Just double click it and wait. You will see some accept stuff and just click on accept and then move forward. And then the game engine start running. Is that clear? Okay, so let's go ahead. So done with that part. I have opened my own game engine, and this is what you're going to find. You're going to find the character, the camera. If you check on the side here, there's the character and the floor. That's what you're going to find on the screen. But if you check on your top left corner of the screen, where this folder, it's called the C folder. You'll find there's 3 things. There are 3 things on stage, or 6 things on stage. You can only see 2, which is the character and the floor. There's the main camera on the stage. If you click on it, you're going to find parameters around it. So there's a main character, main camera, floor, gravity, sky, and sun. So, sorry. So these are the 3 things you are going to, these are 6 things you're going to have on stage. The most important right now, focusing on today, is your character. So once you have these 2 things, you have this on your screen. If you have this on your screen, your character is on your screen. There are ways to move around the screen. Very, very simple ways to move around the screen. Right now, you can use your mouse wheel to scroll in and out, which is very fast. But if you don't want to do that, you can use your ASDF on your keyboard. So the W on your keyboard will slowly zoom in. You can zoom in and out. S to zoom out, W to zoom in, A to pan left, and B to pan right. But if you want to rotate around the character, you can hold your Alt, click on your left click, and then drag around. So right now, we're setting the camera, that's what it is. So if you do this, it's going to rotate around any object selected. So let's select the character and do that. So Alt, move around, and then you can move around, you can pan around the character. So if you want to see your camera, you need to change camera angles for when you're walking sometimes in the scene. Hold your Alt, key on your keyboard, hold it down, left click, hold your left click and drag left and right to rotate. But if you want to pan it up and down, let's say we zoom in now. Let's say, for example, we zoom in here and it's zooming to the leg, but want to bring it down so this UI doesn't obstruct it. You can hold your shift, click left click and drag down, drag left and right. These are the 2 most important functions you're going to be using. But right now, there's a very annoying thing Manu does that I don't know. I hope they're going to fix it in the new version. If I go back to hold my Alt to pan round, it will jump up back into where it is. So this is just a small thing you have to deal with, but you can always pan, hold your shift, the left click and drag around. So yeah, these are just the way we move around manually, like to inspect objects you're working on in the game engine scene. So today we're focused on changing the character, right? Now we're going to have to go through Mixamo, Blender, and then bring it into Manu, because at the end of the day, Manu made it in a way that the characters they accept are mostly going to come from Blender. So everything you're going to do, you have to pass it through Blender. So you don't need to know Blender to do this. It's just it's a very straightforward process. I'm going to get it done now. So, um, so we're going to do that. Let's focus on that. So to do that now, we're going to, like I said, we're going to change this character to any character we want. So we can either go to Mixamo, get characters from Mixamo. So I don't know if anybody knows Mixamo. Let me show you Mixamo. Hold on, minimize this, and then put my Mixamo platform. Mixamo. Mixamo is a character, it's a free character animation platform that was created a long time ago. I've forgotten the year it was created, but it's been acquired by Adobe. Adobe acquired it. So now Adobe owns it. And it's a good place to start if you're making anything games and animation, anything that has to do with games, character for games and animation. Mixamo is the best place you should try and go. Even for animation too. If you want to make an animated story, you can use Mixamo and Blender to help you. There's a plugin for Blender. So you're going to log in. You have to have a the website is called mixamo.com. mixamo.com. Once you click that, it's going to bring you to this platform. You're going to see this. This is the first welcoming page. You go to login. You're going to have an account. You also have to sign up. But I'm going to click on login because I'm logging in, and I will patiently wait for him to verify myself. So when you click on continue, and it's going to bring me into the Mixamo platform. The platform has many, like up to 50 free characters or 20 free characters and thousands of animations you can use freely for your game or animated stories. Mostly people use it for games, but design mostly for games. So these are the characters. They are all free. You can download and use them. And you can even bring in a character that you've made and rig it here in 42 seconds and then use it if you want to. So it was very popular for rigging, but later it became mostly easy for animation, but most people can rig. So rigging and animation is a very tedious process, but my Mixamo has come to make it very easy. This is one of the characters. It's called Jolene. So we can either choose to pick on use Jolene or use any other character we like. So let me pick any character you select here. So if you look up here, sorry, before I go forward, if you look up here, there are two tabs. There's character and there's animations. So those are the two. You have to take note of that. So if we want to get characters first, you go to character section and then you pick any character you want. So let me say I pick let's pick something else. Let's pick this girl. To ask you, do you want to use this character? I said, say yes. And then to give you that character. This is the character they're giving us. It's a free character, the lady. You can use any character. Can we change to this guy? You can pick any character you want, mix and move, and then it will give it to you. And you are free to use it for animation and games. So let's say let's try this character before we use this is the character that is giving us. We're going to take it in T-pose first. Right now, we need it in T-pose before we start getting animations. So now we pick this one. You come here, you say download. It will ask you want the FBX. Mixamo can give you in different formats. We're going to be downloading two formats, FBX and Collada. FBX we're going to download for animations and mesh, and then Collada we're going to download because it's FBX doesn't have FBX for Mixamo that goes into Manu does not have textures. If you want to get textures, you have to download Collada. So we're going to have to download Collada to use the texture. I will show you in a bit. Don't worry about the technicalities, just words. So we're going to download this first. This T-pose first, download it. It's going to download it for you. Then to go ahead and give it to you, you're going to wait for it to download. So while it's downloading, we'll now start looking for the other animations that we want. So in a game, let's go back to Manu. In the Manu engine, if you notice, the character has, while it's downloading, let's come here. So the character has, for the character in a game, the character has run, jump. In any game, you have to have run, jump, mostly run and jump, mostly. You can't be able to run and jump. So we're going to get those animations from Mixamo and for our character, because this one has it. If you play it right now, if you play it right now, if you play the game engine right now, you don't have this character. It can move left and right, and it can jump. You can crouch if you want. You can move crouchingly. So these are things that come with it already. So it can do all this already. But if you want our characters to be able to do all this, you have to download the same motions from Mixamo for the characters to be able to copy this character movement to replace all these robots with our own character. So that's what we're doing in Mixamo. So let's go back and check if our download is ready. Let's see. It's still not ready. In the meantime, let's now go and start collecting motions. So let's collect an idle first of all. So let's take an idle. The idle. So good thing about this platform, you can search for any motion you want. Let's type idle. I-E-L-E. Click on enter. And it will search through all the database and look and get you any idle animation. Let's pick this one. Let's pick this one. When you pick it, the character will change. The animation on the character, now you can see the play down. You can decide to trim it or make it overdrive, whatever you want, but it's fine as it is. You don't need to do anything with it. Let's just download it as it is. It's taking a while to download. My internet is slow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to use other animations I have already because we're not able to wait for the animation to download because it's really slow. I don't know why it's really slow. Just the character. Once the character downloads, you're going to get the texture and then we're going to now use other motions for it. But this is how you, so once you add any motion you click here, automatically will be applied to the character on screen. But I want you to know something. You can only apply one animation at a time on Mixamo platform. I repeat, you can only apply one animation at a time. You can apply to, so you're going to download individually jump, you're going to download walk, you're going to download crouch, you're going to download jump, you're going to download the height, whatever motion you need, you're going to have to select it on the character, then download it one by one. So that why you do that, because every time you click a button in your keyboard for a game or mouse, the game goes through the database, programming goes to call a specific animation or function. So if you want the character to move forward, the character will go and the animation, the programming is going to go and look for, push the character for so and so amount and play this animation of him walking or running. So that's why I have to give the game engine individual animations so that they can give you, so that you can always get your, you're able to call each animation specifically. So our T-pose is done. So let's go and get, let's try and download what do you call it? The idol. Let's see if it's any faster. Sorry, before we do that, I made a mistake. Before we do that, and if you have a motion on the character you don't want on the character anymore, you have the option to delete it. Come to your right here, you find an X up here, you can delete it, and to go back to T-pose. Okay, so you can add and remove animation in case you don't want it. So I think we need to download one more. We have to download the one we have to download the texture. To get the texture for the character, we need to download the Colada, change the Colada, and download. This one will come as a zip file and to contain both mesh and what they call it, texture. The FBX doesn't have texture. So except you want the character to be looking like white, like a cement character or statue, you need to get both the texture. So it looks the way it looks here on this platform. It has to look like that in the Manu Game Environment. So please, I've been talking so while we're waiting for download. Is there any question anybody wants to ask me? Are we following? Am I being too fast? Any question before I continue? You can put in the chat if there's any question or anything you don't understand. I can go back and explain. But you also get the video, so no problem. You can go through. Let me check the question. How do you get the skin? Okay, to get the skin, that's what I'm doing now. So to get the skin, click on download, change up here. When you were downloading mesh before, it was FBX, right? But to get the skin now, you need to click up here and change to Colada. This last one here, click on it and then download. It is download now. It's download a file that contains both mesh and texture, the skin. So all we need is just the texture. We don't go to take the mesh. We just take texture and add it to the former FBX we had. I'm going to show all this to you. So It doesn't look complicated. It's not that complicated. So that's how you get the skin. To get the skin, this is the file that has both skin and mesh. Change it back to this. So now I can add the idle. Add idle. Once this one finishes downloading, download that too. Yes, download both. Download both FBX and download both DAE. Download both. DAE has both, but I don't know if it's going to work with FBX animations. So just download both. Download FBX and download the DAE. You only need DAE because of the skin that it comes with. Okay, so that's why that's the only workaround I have. Wow, it's taking time. I don't know why it's taking so long. So I hope your internet is fast enough for you to download the character too. If you want to follow, but if you don't have to follow, and then you can also we'll get this video where you can follow at your own pace, your own time when you are where I'm more comfortable when the video is included. Yes, so now it's taking how many minutes now? How many percent? 2 minutes left. Wow, it's taking a really long time. I don't know what it's taking. How do you view the 3D character in your system? The 3D viewer. You don't need a 3D viewer to view it. All you need to do is we're going to take it into Blender now. Once mine finishes, I'm taking it into Blender. I'm waiting for the color to finish. So let's go. You know, okay, while we're waiting for this one to finish downloading, let's head. So if you have the first 3D character T-pose, let's go to Blender. So Blender is a 3D software, free open source 3D software, very important. That's why it's good to have open source software because 3D software are expensive. So Blender is one of the open source, very powerful 3D software. I use it a lot. I use it for projects, for paid projects, and people are happy. So let's go to Blender. If you don't have it, let's download it. Blender.org, blender.org. Click on that, and it will take you to the Blender platform, Blender website, where you can now download Blender if you want. So this is the Blender. This is the latest. Current Blender now is 3.6. I think 3.6. That's the current Blender. So yeah. So the current Blender is 3.6, and you can download it if you want. If you want to download, just go to click on download here, and then you get to 3.63 LTS lifetime support. So download it, it's free, and then just install it. Straightforward. So you click on it, download it. So if you're using Windows, click on this one. If you're using Mac or other versions, you come down to this down button. So this is Blender. So we're going to go to Blender. I already have it installed. We go to Blender. So I want to organize my files. I have no, 3.4 is fine too. You don't have to have 3.6. Any 3.4, 3.5 is fine. They're all fine. It's fine. Any version of Blender you have is fine. I just wanted to show you the website and how to download it. This is the current one. So yeah, so now we're going to go to our files. I also will take this time to, I won't lie to you, as a creative person, I used to be very, very disorganized. I still struggle from disorganized process systems. So I need you to always try to organize your your file. So we're taking, have you downloaded, so to get the skin, have you downloaded the Colada? Let me show you. So to download the skin, to get the skin, you need to go to, let's go to the website again, sorry. Go to Mixamo. Go to Mixamo, and then you say download. Download the file. Download this file. This T-pose. Change this FBX to .dae colada, and then click on download. it will download a zip file that has both the mesh and the skin texture. So that's how you get the skin. Okay, so let's go back and then let me add the so let me add the motion, download. This is so once if you add motion to it, you notice it's different. It now has you don't download motion with your character. When you add your motion to the character, you click on download. It's different. It has to show you extra things like frame per second, go change to FBX, so remove FBX, press FBX. With skin, 30 frames per second, as it is, everything else is fine. Okay, so just click on download and to download the character with idle motion. So while that is downloading, we'll go to Blender and prepare the mesh and the texture for Manu. Okay, so let's go to Blender now. If you have Blender, you open, so you go to Blender. I'm using 3.6, like I said earlier. 3.6 Blender. It's going to load. Have a lot of plugins installed, so it's taking a while to load. So this is Blender. This is a free 3D software, one of the most powerful 3D softwares in the world right now, and it is free. You don't pay for it, you just download it for free. You can use it to do whatever you want, make any amount of money you want. You don't have to crack it. It's a free 3D software. It was even used in some part of Thor, Love and Thunder Part 2. So it's not a joking software. It's now becoming industry standards. So don't try if you can, we if I come about upper classes for that, Blender. Blender is really powerful. Don't let anybody underestimate it for you. See. Okay, AutoCAD and Blender. So AutoCAD is an architectural 3D software. Mostly architectural, like mostly to build engineering products. So designed strictly to build engineering products that has measurements that people will take into the real world and build out. So it is focused specifically to build object that you are going to design objects you're going to have to build out in the real world that will have to you measure things like for strength or for like amount of weight to carry, tools you're going to use. So it's a specific tool. So this specifically for the architectural industry or probably the engineering industry. But Blender is a versatile tool that can work for both architecture, movie studios, game engines. It's a tool you can use on any project. It is versatile. So that's different. Blender is more versatile. Sure, that was the issue. Blender was too versatile. That was the issue Blender had initially. It was also a game engine at some point. Blender had a game engine inside it. Blender can do video editing. Blender is a video editor. Blender is a texturing engine. Blender is a sculpting tool. Blender is a rigging tool. Blender is a simulation tool, an animation tool, editing tool, lighting tool. It's a Swiss knife, or they call Swiss jackknife, whatever they call that stuff. So that's the difference with Blender. Blender is a white tool for generalists. AutoCAD is a tool for specialists. Not everybody can use AutoCAD. Doctors can use AutoCAD to design stuff for themselves, right? They can't use it to do visualization, but you can use Blender for medical, advanced medical simulations. You can use Blender to do that too. So Blender is a versatile tool. AutoCAD is very specialized for a particular industry. That's the difference. I hope that answers enough. But I'm sure there are more better answers online you can check. I've not really asked myself what the difference is, but because I've used both. I used AutoCAD briefly years ago, and I used Blender extensively. So those are the two differences that stood out for me based on the AutoCAD I used then and Blender I'm using now. I don't know about AutoCAD now. I don't know if they've added more features. But when I stopped using AutoCAD, it was very, very limited and only focused for engineering and architectural industry. Nothing else. In short, I don't see Blender. I don't see AutoCAD being used in movies for movies. I've not seen it before. So that tells you how much of the specialist tool it is. So let me go back to the files that we downloaded. Sorry. Okay, the animation is done, idle is done. So let me go and get one. Let's get one. Because those two, we're going to add those two we're going to use as a good example to show you what. So let's take this one. So an idle is different from a animated motion like run. The problem with run is that when you click on run, it moves forward. But Mixamo has a function that will help you. So for games, you don't want the animation to be moving forward by itself. You want the player to control forward and backwards, right? But this one is already running forward. Doesn't make any sense, right? So there's if you check in the side on your right here, come down, you're going to see in place. Tick on in place. So the character can run on the spot. That means when I press forward, place animation, but only move forward when as much as I want to move forward, don't move forward. The animation should not be moving forward. The container holding the character should move forward. Don't worry, with time as you learn more about game design, you understand what I'm saying. But we want to control the forward. We don't want to control the animation. We want to control the forward. We don't want the animation to control the forward, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So click in place. For any motion that is going forward, make sure everything is in place. Anything the character is doing that you want to use in the game, it must be done on the spot. Okay. I don't understand. What do you mean, Blender, Zoom, and Manu agreeing? How do you mean? Okay, no. Okay, I know what you mean. So the thing is this: you have to use one at a time. So my system can handle everything. Doesn't mean your system can handle everything. So what I would advise you is, while we're going to be using Blender now, turn off your Manu, turn it off if it's going to be dragging your system. When we finish the Blender, you can turn off the Blender and then put on your Manu if your system is dragging. So you can have only Zoom and Blender on at a time, or Zoom and Manu on at a time. We're going to be using those three softwares mostly. So your web browser, Zoom, and whatever three software we're using, that's what we're using right now. So if you're not having issues right now, we're going to be going to Blender. So you can turn off your Manu. You have to turn it on with your system. Oh, Zoom is struggling. Oh, okay. Then turn off the Manu. Turn off the Manu then. Turn off the Manu and turn off any other web browser page you don't need. If you are done, if you turn off any like the Manu or the Blender page you don't need, turn it off. If it's making your Zoom struggle, you need to help. And then turn off Manu while we use Blender. After we're done with Blender, you can now go to and turn Blender off and put Manu in. Maybe to help the Zoom. All right, so now we're going to download this run. Let's click on run. Download the run. Like I said, everything is fine as it is. Click on download. So while it's downloading, we will go to, let's go to organize our files. So I'm going to take these three files I've downloaded. Sorry, these three files I've downloaded for the character. Okay. I want to move them to a folder. Make a new folder, call it class 101. Or whatever you want, call it whatever you want. Call it my class 101. Then I will enter, open the file and drop everything. Because I want to be able to locate everything I'm looking for in this folder. So class 101 is where I'm going to dump everything I'm looking for. Here. Here. So once the run download has finished, we can move that into the folder too. So it's about to finish really fast, and that's all animation, so it doesn't slow down. And this Mixamo animation is very straight. Page can maybe drag your speed too. So once we get the run, you can close the Mixamo. Once you've gotten the two motions, idle and run, you can close the page so that your Zoom can perform better. So I've gotten my run, fast run. I will move it into the folder. So now we're dealing with only this folder now. So we have our character, which is this character 39. And this is the zip folder for the one that has texture, for the colada, the DAE we downloaded. This is the folder. It's called character 39 too. This is an FBX, and this is the DAE colada file. We're going to, if you right click and extract that folder, the colada, you're going to find inside it, you will see textures and mesh. We don't need this one, we just need this one, this texture, right? That's what we need. So that's why we added it. We have to. So yeah, so this now we have our file set. Now we're going to Blender. So we're done with Mixamo. You can close it. At least don't need it for now. Let's close it. Close it. And this is my AI page closing this. So yeah. So now let's go to Blender. So I'll turn on my Blender. We'll go to, when you turn on Blender, this is going to be the first thing you're going to see on your Blender page. This is the first thing you're going to see. We don't need any of this. So you can zoom out. You can zoom out with your scroll wheel. Scroll wheel on your mouse, scroll wheel. You can zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, left, click and drag to select all the lights, the camera, and this, and then delete. Click on delete. We don't need any of this on the stage. We don't need it at all. What we need is to import the character in. So now I'm going to proceed to bring those characters in here and then export them for Manu to use. Okay. Okay. So like I said, there's no pressure. There's a video. The video you can always return. When you get the video, you can always rewind it to find out find out what you need. So now we're going to, if we open our Blender, we have our characters downloaded. We'll go and say File, Import, FBX, and navigate to our downloads, and then we'll look for the class, the folder, what's our name of our class? Class 101, so I call it. And these are the files we downloaded. So the main character, if you see, you can see the main character FBX is CH39, non-whatever PBR, and then there's fast run and idle. We'll take this one, it's the character first. Just select it, click on import. That's all you need to do. And wait for Blender to load this. Blender will load this file for you. Don't touch it, just Blender has loaded already. Once it brings it in for you, leave it as it is like this. Don't touch it. All you need to do is just go back to the file. Now go to export. Export FBX. And then we'll navigate to that same downloads folder. Class 101. Then we'll make a new folder and name it Manu Files. Open that folder and then name your character. We're going to import our characters into that folder. We're going to name it, I'll call mine Old Man. Old Man. Old Man T-pose. T-pose. That's what I'll call it. You can enter. And then on your right of your screen, you're going to see, on your right of your screen, you'll see some many properties of words. The most important for us is this selected objects. Limit to selected objects. Select it so that you're telling me that only what is selected is what I want you to export. I don't want anything else. Then you click on export. And you're done with that. But there's an issue now. Once you're done with this part, once you've exported, go back to File and Open. And you go back to File, General, and Open. Don't save. Open a new project again. So you're importing the FBX of the CH39. So go and import FBX of the CH39. That's what you're importing and exporting it. And you're exporting it back out. Rename it and export it out to a separate folder so that you don't mistake it. Because if you bring in the one you got from Manu from Mixamo as it is, Manu will reject it. It won't work. So you have to export it through Blender to a different folder so you don't mix it up. No, first import the T-pose. The T-pose, the one that was T-pose, doesn't have any motion. You're going to import the T-pose first and export it. Then you're also going to import the idle and export it, and then import the run and export it. You will do them individually. So I've done the T-pose. What I did, let me show you what I did again. Sorry. What I did was this. I opened a new Blender, deleted all this, selected everything, and selected all these icons, all the screen, and deleted it. And then I went to File, I went to Import, and I went to FBX. I imported the file. I went to where the folder was, Downloads, Class 101. And then I imported this one. What you're importing is the CH39 underscore non PVR. That's the T pose. You're not importing this. That's the first thing you get in first. That's the main character. So you get this and import it in, and you get this. This is it. This one, importing this one. Don't touch it, don't click anything, just import it in and then go back to your file, export it out as FBX again. Then you go back to the folder. Then you made a new folder, and then we exported the character as whatever you want to name it as. It's good to rename it because so that you don't mistake it with the old one. So I will name it Old Man T-Post in a different folder so that I know what I am trying to do. I know this is the folder I will bring to Manu. I call the folder Manu folder so that I will know that this is the file I need to bring to Manu. So that's what I did. So now let's make a new. And when you're done with that, open it, go back to file, new, general, click on it, don't save. And you're going to do this for as many animations as you're going to bring in. I'll go back to file, import, FBX, go back here. Now we're going to bring in the idle. Click on the idle, import it. You will see when the idle comes, you see it's different. It's a different pose. This is the idle. Leave it as it is selected like this. Don't touch it, don't click anywhere. Just leave it as it is like this. Then go back to file, export, FBX. Then go to the file, go back to that Manu file you made. Open it, click on Old Man, and rename it Old Man. We did the first one was Old Man T-Pose. Now we're doing Old Man Idol. Old Man Idol. Enter, and then click on select. Let me to select objects only. And then export. But don't be in a hurry. This video will be available to you. You can watch it over and over again so that you can, as much as you want, you get it. But just try and if you can get it now, it's fine. If you have any questions, ask me too. It's still fine. So we're done with this one now. We're going for the second one. Like I said, we're done with this. Make a new, go to file, new, general. You don't save it. Delete all what is here, and then import the final motion, which is the run. Oh, we're doing only two motions. Then FBX, click on it, go to file, to fast run, import. And see, run pose. Once you can see the guy here on stage, you go to export, FBX, then you go to the Manu files and save it as Old Man Run. Then you click on selected objects alone, because we want only what is selected in the scene. Because you see this orange and yellow means it is they are selected. So make sure that only selected objects is what you want, and then we export into the Manu folder. So we now have our three motions that we need for Manu, and we're done. So now I can close my Blender. I don't need it for any. I'm done with Blender now. Any questions, please? So any questions, please? Try go ahead, please. So now we're now heading to Manu territory. Now we're not going to Manu now. So now that we're in Manu now, we're going to bring in those characters. Everything we've done, we're going to bring in the character together. We're done with Blender. The character for Mixer Mode, we can bring it in now and add the animations and add the character. I don't let me see. I don't know. I think it's 2. It's from to 2 o'clock. That's will end by 2. That's what I would need to believe. Okay, so okay, so yeah, so now we are now entering the Manu class, the Manu level, sorry, Manu level right now. So now we're going to change this character to our own character. We want to change this character to our own character, our custom character that we've gotten from Mixamo and passed through Blender. It's very, very easy. So what we need to do is this, we need to come in here and select this character. So once you select it, you can find all this here, finish that all. So what we need to do now is to import. I'm going to import the character. I'm going to import the character. So I would advise you to please select. Sorry, I think I have a question. Mena isn't responding. How? What do you mean he's not responding? Is he not importing or not coming on or not exporting? I don't know. Be clear. I don't know what you mean, but you tell me, is it not coming on or not exporting or importing? I don't know. So yeah, so I like to that there are a lot of ways. So Manu is very funny. If you click on a folder, hold on, question. You click on export and it didn't respond. No, what after okay, you know what? After the class, I will get to you. I will get to you. Okay, I'll get to you, please. But let me just run through the class. Then we can answer questions at the end of the day. So there are two. Imanu is very weird, but I don't know if it's a bug. If I select this folder and I go and import, there's a chance that the currently import what I import in will come into this folder and go and hide. So I like to select the floor. So I enter import I can see on the screen before I move it to where I want. Although we have to still move it into the character folder, but I like to see it out. I want to make sure it's know where it is before I now import it. They move it into the folder. So select the floor, enter importing something new, so that what you're importing will land outside like everything else. So we're going to go to File here, and then we're going to come to Import. Then we're going to navigate to Documents, to Where Downloads, to Class 101 here, to where our folders are. Then we're going to navigate to the Manu files. You see why I separated them so we don't confuse ourselves. I separated them for that reason. So, and then I'm going to import the old man T pose. That's the main character. So click on that and open. And Manu will load up and bring the character in. Okay, so for some reason, because I've unzipped, for some reason, it has taken the texture by itself and added to himself. So I don't need to do anything. So let me see questions. Blender crash. I don't know why it's crashing. I have 8 gig and i5. So I don't know. I don't know why Blender is crashing. I don't know. Has it crashed? I've used Blender before. I don't know. So if Blender is crashing, it's a different issue. Like I said, I probably answer questions. So we can restart again. Restart again. I think Blender wants to, if there's anything else that's on, turn it off and try again, please. I don't know why Blender is crashing. So now I brought it in. So I think when you, sorry, let's minimize. I think when you download the theory, when you download this FBX file, doesn't have texture, and you download the one that has texture and unzip it, Manu automatically goes to look for the texture by itself in this folder and add it myself. So you don't have to do the work. Because as you can see, what has the problem, please? Please, see what has the problem, please? Wow. So what is on? It said if your blender is crashing, check out what else is on your system that is probably dragging resources with your blender. Maybe there's not enough RAM for it to work. So check out if anything else is on that you don't need and turn it off. So let me get back to class. So yeah, like I said, so now Manu now has automatically taken the texture from that folder and added it myself. But in a case where you didn't take the texture, what you need to do is open the folder of the old man. Maybe Firefox is dragging your source. I don't know. If you don't need the Firefox, you can turn it off and see if your Blender will work fine. But and also turn off Manu. If you're not using Manu, turn Manu off. Import and export your animation before you turn Manu on. It is crashing. Maybe Manu is dragging resources with your Blender. Because if Manu will use 8 gig, probably no RAM for your Blender to work. So what I would advise is turn off Manu, import your character and export it. Do all the importing and exporting you need. When you are done, turn off Blender and then turn on Manu again. Okay, that's the best solution. Your system has limited resources, and then you have to manage. So, like I said, turn off Manu, use your Blender. When you're done with Blender, turn Blender off and turn on Manu. Okay, so like I said, if you in a case where you have a character on the stage and it didn't come with the texture, all you need to do is this is the folder of the old man T-pose. You will open it. On the side there, you're going to find a small arrow by your left, top left. You're going to find a small arrow by the folder. Click on it. I wish I could. Yes?
Where do I find that old man T-pose?
Old man T-pose. Did you download it?
I just came now.
Wow, okay. So you missed the whole import and export. Wow.
I know how to import and export. I was here before during the summer holiday.
Yeah, I know, but what we did was that we went to download the old man T-pose from Mixamo, and then we passed it through Blender. That's how we're able to use it now. So that's a whole like 30 minutes or 1 hour with this. But the videos will be shared out, and let me be done with this process, and I will probably go back and explain that if it's okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So so on your top left corner here, yeah, you can see where this yellow icon is here. There's an arrow there. That arrow is you can use it to open drop downs and close drop down of your folders. Whenever you see it beside the folder, know that folder has stuff inside it, and you can click on it to open. So when you click here and select the character, which is CH39, and we downloaded. Once you click this and select it, you can find on your right here, you're going to find material tab. The material tab now has.
I'm still here, staying. Just staying.
So if you didn't have texture on it, this is where it would have been empty. Like we click this now to be empty. It will be white. Then we can now go ahead and say, click on this icon to come in here and then navigate to where we put this folder textures and bring in this diffuse texture. Click on it and the texture will come back on. So that's how, but luckily for us, because I already had that folder there, the Manu has gone to look for the texture itself and add it. No, if you have only 8 gig, you cannot open Manu and Blender together. You have to open one at a time. So either you're going to open your Blender, import and export the assets you want to import and export. When you're done with them, close your Blender.
So please, where do I download the old man pose from?
Okay, so to download the old man pose, you need to go to
Mixamo. Okay.
Yes. So in Mixamo, you're going to find the old man. I don't know what they call the old man. Sorry. I don't think let me mix some. Okay, so characters and scroll down. So it's called Abe. Abe or Abe. That's the character for the old man. So when you pick it, it's going to come in T-pose. So that's how we got him. Okay, so now we've gotten him into Manu. We brought him into Manu. What we need to do now is we need to align it properly with this character, the default character that was there. To do that, what we need to do is, let me erase this. So to do that, what we need to do now is we need to click on this folder. And then on your right, you're going to find yes. Once you're done with the import and exporting, please close your Blender before you open Manu if your resources are very low. so that your system
Yeah.
can work fine. Okay.
Yeah.
So that, yes.
When we were doing the manual, it didn't have Blender. We didn't use Blender that time.
Yes. You know,
Was
we
that
didn't
the
do character.
updates we were talking about?
Yeah, we didn't do character. Yes, that was the final. We need to, because we didn't do character then. So now we're doing character properly now, and we need Blender for the character. Do you have Blender in your system?
Do I have to download it? I don't think I do.
Yeah, you have to download it. So to download Blender, you need to go to blender.org. Let me show you. So it's blender.org.
Blender.org. Okay.
Yeah. So once you get there, you click on the download tab. On the download tab,
Okay.
you're going to find Blender download Blender 3.6, and then click on that. If you're using Windows, Mac,
Yes.
are you using a Windows or a Mac, please?
I'm using my Windows.
Okay, so click on Windows.
It says I have to
Just
pay
click-
£50, €50.
No, for what? Blender.
Okay, it says support Blender development.
You don't have to, just download it. It's free.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's also I'll go back to. So now let's open Manu and get back to Manu. So now we have Manu. So we're going to do a few things for Manu. First of all, we need to move this folder into the main character folder. This robot you're seeing here, we're trying to replace it, right? And it is the main character folder. Sorry, what is Manu isn't the fastest? I don't understand. Okay, it's still loading. Just wait for it to load. It will come up. It will come up. Okay, still loading. Okay. So now we're going to now move this old man T-pose into the main character folder. But we're trying to replace this character. We want all the controls of this character to now start affecting this old man when we press the keyboard, right? Because right now when we press play on the Manu, the old man doesn't move. The old man is just in T-pose. It's just standing there, right? We want the old man to start moving with this character, right? So yeah. So sorry, who's writing on the screen, please? It's really affecting. Okay. So I'll get back to how you import. So to import a character into Manu, come to your file, okay, click on this file, go to file, and then you see imports. You navigate to the folder where you put the old man and download the old man teams. Okay? Are you listening to me? Like I said, if you want to import, you ask how to import into Manu. Go to file, click on this icon here, go to file, come down to import, click on import, navigate to where you have your file, the old man people's, and bring it in. So so that's how you import, please. Okay, so yeah, so now let's go back to replacing the character robot. So now I will come in here, click on old man T-pose. I want to replace this robot character with the old man, right? So to do that, we're going to have to move this character into the, sorry, who's messing around the screen? Putting some dots on the screen is affecting people's, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to move this folder, old man T-pose, into the main character, right? So we're going to do something most people that did the last class will understand. So just click and drag, click the old man T-pose, hold and drag upwards into the main character folder up. Okay. Once you're on it like this, just release your mouse and the character will go into that. So let's move it. But our main goal is to move him into this model folder here, right? So let's drag into the model. And then now the old man T-pose is inside the model folder that is inside the main character folder, main character body, model. Then we drop the old man T-pose into that model. But like I said, you can always watch this video over and over for you to understand it. You're not supposed to get it on the first try. I didn't get it on the first try. So hold on, please. I need to So now we brought the old man T-pose into the yeah, you can use any other character. You can use any character you want. You don't have to use old man T-pose. You can use any other character that has it and give it the T-pose and give it idle animation and run animation. You can use any character of your choice for Mixamo. It will work. Okay, so now we're going to align this character. So now that we brought the character old man into the main character folder, main character body, 3D model, the model folder, we put old man T-pose there. Now what we need to do is click on it. And on the right, you're going to find the properties of it. The properties are all over the place. The rotation of this here, you can see position, rotation, and scale. We need the rotation to be 0, all of them to be 0. So on the x-axis, which is the red, type 0 there, go to the green one, click on it, type 0, and go to the, what do you call it, the blue one, which is the z-axis, and type 0. Now the character will now be the same position as the cyborg. And then if you come up, you're going to find position 0.1, change it to 0.2. So rotation and position need to be 0. Now the main old man is now in the same position as the main character. If we don't like that it's looking a bit shorter than the guy, we can come to the scale and say let's make it like 150. Let's see if it's going to work. 150. 150. It's a bit too big. I think they'll make it 120 instead. 130. 120 is better. 120. Okay. And 120. And 120. So as a bit the size of the character. Mixamo.com. The first website is called Mixamo. Mixamo.com. Mixamo. I think I should put the link in the group, in the chat, if that will work. Okay, anyway, so yeah. So now so now we brought the character, we textured it. It's time now to import the animations. Like I said, don't beat yourself too much if you're not following. After the class, I can still answer questions, but there's always the video for you to go back to and watch over and over as much as you like till you get it. Okay? So I have changed the properties to suit what I want. You can leave it as it is if that's what you want. And then now we're going to bring animations into the animations we downloaded and passed through Blender. We'll bring it now into the character. To do that, we have to move from the edit mode, which is on the top here. Let me show you the edit mode. So edit mode is this one. This one with the icon, this is the edit mode. We're going to move from that to the animation mode. Now we're going to go to animation mode now. So now in animation mode, we can now import our animations that we made, that we exported, go from mixer mode and imported through Blender. So we now right click on the old man T-pose. Right click on it, you're going to find three options. There's create animation, there's import animation, and there's space. We want import animation. We go to import animation. I'm going to find old man idle. Press 1, click on it. It will come in. Immediately you will see the old man has moved into idle mode. If I play the animation, you can see him moving. So we brought our character and we've given it, I've got his own animation that we can use. Then we're going to go back in again. It's on the old man folder, right click again, import animation, and import the run. And you can see that's changed to run. We have brought in the character with texture and animation. What do you mean you cannot do the animation, the Mixamo stuff? The website is mixamo.com. Have you gotten the animation? All you have to select your character and import and then download it. But I'm coming. So let's go back now. Let me go back and address the issues that questions in the chat. So for the Mixamo, let's go to Mixamo. But the videos will be available for download. So there's no need for me. I would have said just finish the class and then I'll go back to answer questions. Okay. So we don't, it doesn't look very repetitive. We need to clean this. So the animation is already there. Like I said, don't worry. Even if I'm going to answer questions after the class, after this whole process, and I'm going to go back and answer questions, and I will also go to share the videos with you for you to watch over and over and get what you want out of it. Okay, so don't really stress yourself. So now we have this now. This is the character. Both animations are there. If you want them to work for the character, all we need to do is we need to now, so okay, we brought the animation in, we imported the old man, we give him textures, we give him animation. What's next? What's next is how is it that when I press, for example, now let's play the game. If I play the game now and I press forward, the robot one is still working, the character is, the old man is just in T-pose. No, he's not playing the animation. He's not moving. So what we need to do, we'll do a few steps. I need to, first of all, I want the camera to come close because it's too far. So I'm going to come to this too far so we can see what we're doing. Okay. So so now we can see the character very close. So you can see by moving left and right, the old man is just there, like a scarecrow. So we need to make him move when we press our keyboard. To do that, we're going to select, just wait. There's a video. This class is just watch, and then I'm going to share the video with you guys. And then once I'm done with this process now, I'm going to answer any question you want me to ask. But you have the video to watch after this class is done, okay? It's still the same thing. You don't have to get it immediately on this live stream. But like I said, I'm going to answer questions in a few minutes. If I break it and then I come back here, okay, you know what? I will stop here and answer the questions so we can all be on the same page, if that's okay, you guys. So now we're ready. So where we stopped is we already brought in the character, we're giving it texture, we're giving animation, we're about to give it, tie it to the keyboard controls. But people are having issues from Mixamo to bring it to Manu. So let me go back. So please, anybody that is having issues with how do I get the character from Mixamo, how do I download them, please listen now and how do I bring it to Manu. I'm starting again from the Mixamo aspect, okay? So let's go. So I'm going to go to Mixamo right now. We're going to come here.
Sir.
You have to open an account with the.
Sir, yep. The character we're getting from Mixamo, it's Abe, right? It's called Abe.
Yes, but you can get anyone you want. It's Abe. But
okay. Also, do I download it, right, or upload character?
Download. You have to download it.
Okay. What format?
FBX.
FBX binary.
Yeah, there's the first FBX, the fourth one, the FBX binary, the original one that was. Okay. Yes, FBX binary there. So let's go through the process again. For people that weren't here when I showed how to download how to get characters. So you're going to pick any character you want from here. You can pick any character you choose. I already chose Abe. You can pick any other character you want. It's still the same process. So let's say I pick this character. Or I pick let's say I pick this character, I pick this. So once you pick this character, the first thing you use to download the character in T-pose. Download it in T-pose. So once you click on download, it's going to download it as an FBX T-pose. But like I said earlier, when you download an FBX T-pose, it does not come with character. It doesn't come with texture sometimes. I don't know why Blender and Manu doesn't see the texture of the FBX embedded. It just gets missing when it's downloading. So to balance that out, I found my own way was to download. Also, once I finish download these FBX typos, I download. The next thing I do is to click on the same download button, the same character, and now say Olada. This is the last one, .dae. Because this .dae comes with textures. So I'll now click on download. So what I want is, I want to import the FBX and use the .dae texture to give it skin, so it doesn't look like cemented or statue. So I'll click on that, and then it will go ahead and download the .dae. Once you have those two files, you can now proceed to go to, once we have these two files now, we're done with this stage. We can now go into adding animations for the character. You understand? So now that I've gotten this, so the next thing to do now is you've gotten your character mesh and you've gotten the textures. Now we're going to get animations. So like I said, Mixamo has, please, for you to use Mixamo, make sure you are registered. You have to register with your email to be able to use it for free. It's a free platform, but you need to register. So now we're done with characters. We're going to go to animation. The animation aspect is, first thing we need, in every game you have the idle, the walk or run, and the jump. These are the three major things you need to get. Maybe attack.
So I've imported Abe.
Into where?
Sir?
Imported is where? To Blender or what?
Manu.
Did you pass it through Blender?
No.
It won't work if you put it like that. If not, animation won't work on it. But
The
anyway,
animation.
so yes, will not work on it if you pass it through Blender. You'll be able to use it. But anyway, I'm going to show you now. So now we've gotten the character. Now we're going to add animation. The animation we add now, we're going to get idle animation. Idle. So when we click on idle animation, pick this one. Just pick any idle animation you like. So pick this. Let's say this is one we want to pick. Or pick any one you like. As long as it's standing on both legs, pick a decent idle animation. I don't know how it's not allowing you sign in. Maybe you are not of the age. Maybe you need, I don't know. I don't know how it's not allowing you sign in. I've not had that issue before. Yes, I do have I have my own, I have my account. I have an account. I have a Mixamo account. I have an Adobe account. So I've added animation to it. Once I add animation to it, then I can now download the animation idle. So I just click on download and make sure it's FBX animation. And then you download the skin. The rest is fine. Just click on download. Once you have the mesh, the FBX mesh, the Colada folder that has the texture, and then you have the idle animation, we can now go to Blender to pass it through Blender, because Manu does not work with any FBX and does not go through Blender, the current version of Manu. Hopefully on the 30th, they will release a new version that we can just take FBX from Mixamo straight. I hope so. But currently, any FBX you bring to Manu, you want to use as a character, you need to pass it through Blender. So that's why we're using Blender. What is Anged? I don't know. Someone, I don't know what you're writing. Anged. Okay, so I've done the motion. Let me add run to it. Just add the motion. So what you need to do is, once you've done that now, we are done with the Mixamo parts. You can minimize and then we can now open Blender. Next thing is Blender. But if your system is not powerful enough, please turn off Manu before you use Blender. And when you're done with Blender, turn Blender off before you use Manu. But my system can handle all of them, so I'm fine. Oh, it's frozen. Okay. Wow. I don't know what is. It's frozen. You have to wait for it to unfreeze. Is it the Manu that froze? So anyway, so now we're going to open Blender. So I'll open Blender. Click on Blender. So once Blender is open, you're going to just select, once Blender is open, Blender have 3.4, 3.5, but I'm using 3.6. If it's 2.0, it's still fine. So I'll just select all this. I don't want all this in the scene. I will delete it. So I will delete all this. And then The next thing to do is to import. So click on import, go to file, go to import, and import that FBX of that file that you made earlier. So like I said, I need to organize the folder because I realized that when dealing with downloads. So everything I downloaded recently, look at them here. These are all of them. So I downloaded the character in someone, they're all labeled character number. So CH46, CH40, whatever. So you're going to get that. That's how you need the characters you're doing it. So I'm going to copy this and make a new folder and call it class 101A. I'm not doing this for people that came late. That's all I'm doing this. The video you can rewind the video later if you're patient enough, but I want to make sure I carry this. Then this folder that we made for the DAE, it has the texture, you need to unzip it, right click, extract it. So that when you import your character, Manu will be able to see it, the texture, so you don't have to go through the stress. So we have done that now. Now go to Blender, File, Import, FBX. You go to where download the folder is, we scroll down to class 101, whatever folder you name your folder, 1A. Now we have this character. So we download the first character we download is going to be CH46 non-pbr.fbx. Import it. Going to come in as a T-pose. You're going to do anything just as it's comes like you're going to do anything else than just export it out as it came. While it's all selected, export as FBX. Let's make a folder. Call it Manu Girl. Then I will name it Manu T-pose. Just so I know what I'm dealing with. And then the next thing to do is on your right, you see some options here. Click on selected objects and then export. And that's all. So once you've exported this, you're going to repeat the same. Once you exported this, before you bring in the other motion, because you're going to do this for the motion too, repeat it for the motion. If you have like 5 motions, you will do it for 5 motions. You're going to go to File, New, General. Don't save and repeat the process. Delete all this and then import the idle. FBX. Idle, bring it in. It is right now. Just go back to as it came in, just go to export FBX. Call it Manu Girl Idle. Idle. And then tick selected objects and then export out. That's all. Once you do that, if you've done that you do the same process for all the motions you have, or just 1 motion or 2 motions, whatever you have, you are done. You click on this, close your Blender. You're done with Blender. You can now go to Manu and import that particular motion, that file, the T-pose, and then import the motions into it. That's all we do. That's all we've done. That's how we got here. So if I go in there now and I import the girl, it's going to come in with textures. And I can now import any motion I add to it will work. If I don't do that, if you import it straight on Mixer mode, the motions will clash. You will see error. You can try it. It will give you errors. It will not work. So, what name? Yeah, okay. I changed the name so that I don't confuse myself. Sometimes when I first started earlier, when I finish exporting it, I'll be confused. I will now go and name it something I didn't make a different folder. By the time I'm confused what I'm doing, I don't know. I will now start selecting the old file, be getting errors, I'll be confused. So because I wanted to be organized, I separated the old file from the new file. I renamed it so that I will know this is the one I passed through Blender, and this is the one I want from Manu. If not, because the name doesn't matter. The name doesn't matter. You can leave any name you want, but just make sure it's a dot. Don't remove the dot FBX or dot FBX. Don't remove it at all. You can change the name, but leave the dot as long as it ends with dot FBX. That's the format Manu understands. So that's all. You can name anything you want, And then you bring it, once you bring it in into this thing, the rest is in the video. You bring it in, you align it to the position with the character. We are good to go. So now we're done with, so like I said, so we've got in here, we're all on the same page now with how the character is imported. Yes, you can't remove it, so it's fine. Just export it. Just as long as anything you change, it's fine. Just don't, as long as it comes at FBX, it will work from Blender. So now we've done this. The class has to close by 2, so we need to make sure the class is done, so we can answer questions. So now we have the character. Now I want to make sure that when I press forward, the character will run, not the robot. This old man will run. So first thing I'm going to do is this. I'm going to hide this 3D model. This 3D model, this one is called, the 3D model you're seeing here, the default one is GBase, that's GBase. Select it. GBase is the one that is here. So what I need to do, because we need a lot, what we need to do is I will drill down into the file, the folder where it is. So I get to the base mesh, Gmail base mesh. Select it. And on your right, you'll find properties and material for it. You're going to change. On top here, you see color is white, and then opacity type is opaque, right? We're going to change that opaque here. Go change it to transparent. You're right. Change to transparent. And we're going to see under the transparent, you're going to see opacity value is 1. Change it to 0, and you will not see the former character anymore. And then we're going to turn off things like, under we're going to turn off other things like cast shadow or receive shadow, so that it does not receive light and anything. So that's all. So it's still there, but you cannot see it. So now if I turn on play the game, you will not see the character anymore. You will only find our new character, but he's still not moving. It doesn't run. It's not idle. There's no animation. So let's add an animation to it now. To add animation to it, I'm going to select the old man. We're going to go to animation mode. And then we're going to come under here. Under it, we're going to find if it's not moving together, that means your character is not, the folder of your character is not moved. You didn't put your character folder, old man folder, model folder. So if you can see here, look at my character, my old man folder, Tipos, is inside this folder, the model here. You should put it inside. You should click and drag it into this model folder. You didn't do that. But the video is there. You can always rewind the video and look at it. Because we're out of time. So now I'm going to go to, now the next thing is to make sure the animation plays when we click the button, right? The person is the idle. Click on the animation. Under here, you're going to find animation states. There's idle, there's all sorts. These are all for the robots that were there before. But we want these motions to work for the character, right? So first one is idle. This idle here is what controls character. We want this character to be doing idle when we start the game, not the robots, right? So when we select that in animation mode, we're going to select the idle in the animation states folder. And then we go under here, select animations, this animation track, animation idle, right click, and I will delete it. Now I'm going to replace it with the old man idle. So I'll click on this, left click on it to show me this folder. I will move into the model folder, go to here, come down to old man Tipos, and then I will get my idle motion. Immediately, the character will take the pose. Now, once that is done, one more thing is remaining. We will now say, okay, right click onto, now once, but we want to transfer, once we've added the animation, we need to now add something called retarget. Now retarget it. So right click on this folder here, this Gmail base, right click on it. You see a retarget option up here. Follow it to the main character folder, main character body, model, and then change this to old man Tipos. This folder, let's click on the folder. And now when we start the game, if I play the game now, old man is going to be the idle. But if I press forward, he will just be sliding. He's not running yet. but it's idle. So let's add the run. So the next is to add the run. We'll do the same thing we did. So the next to make it run when animation play when it's running is go to walk. The next one is walk. In the animation mode, it will come down to the walk of the animation states. And then I will open this. Instead of animations, I will open it. I will delete this animation walk. And then I will left click on this place here. Go to the folder, trace it down to my old man and click on the bone. Then I will right click on the Gmail base and retarget. Follow it down to the folder, model, old man sequence. So now I go and play the game. It has idle animation. If I press left and right, it's going to be running. So that's how you change characters. You switch your character in Manu, and this is how you add animations for all your processes. If you notice, but if I click on jump now, it's not working, but I've not added jump. So you are going to the way we brought in these two, following this, using the two instructions I used to bring in both the idle and the run. Before the same process, you're going to bring in for the jump. You can replace any animation you want in Manu. And 2 is about time. So I want to have enough time to answer questions. And this video will be made available so you can watch it as many times as you like and learn from it. We're trying to do as much of these classes once a month so you can get more time to ask questions. Yeah, so that's how you change it. How do you make it? Yeah, it's moving left and right now. I made the character move left and right. So we're moving left and right. There's the platform setting that make it move left and right. So yeah, so now the class is done with enter question and answer phase. So let me know if you have any questions. Let us address it. I can't. I want to stay after the class because I have a meeting to go to. But you can always reach out to me. There's a group. You can reach out to Ms. Dele and we can create a WhatsApp group where everybody can drop questions and I can do my best to answer them. Either Telegram group or WhatsApp group, whatever. The channel, the Wi-Fi combat channel we can use WhatsApp now. Where we can be answering questions if you have any questions. We can go you through. Opposite direction. Yes, I moved it left and right now. So it moved left. You see, it's moving left and right. The character is moving left and right. Hacker. Moving left. This is left and this is right. Yeah. I don't know what to do. That's moving left and right. So yeah. So please, if you have any questions, you can open your mic. But just know that every question you have about this particular class, the video can answer. When they put the video up, hopefully by tomorrow the video will be up or this evening. You can watch it over and over to get any questions you have from this particular class. And for any future questions you're going to have, Ms. Dele is going to create a channel, WhatsApp channel or group for all of us where we can discuss and work on projects. If you have any projects, I will guide you through. If you have to, Ms. Dele will have to talk you through the process, and then once you meet the criteria, we will guide you through any project you have. Okay. So yeah, this is Manu. This is how to change your character in Manu. The good update is coming up on 30th, very powerful update, and I will come back with more tutorials and more functions. I'll do videos and share in our group by the time we set up the group so all of us can update you what the new functions are. If you have any project like you are asking, anybody's asking me working in the game, let me know and we will. Manu does not auto-save. You have to save by yourself. To save in Manu, please, you have to click on here to save your game in Manu or your project. Go to the Manu icon on your left, top M here. You can see this icon up here. That means it's not been saved. Click on save, go to file, go to file, and see save. Immediately you click save, it will save it to whatever folder you created a project in the beginning. So please pick a good place, a place you're going to remember where your folder is, so that when you save it, to save automatically to that place. So once it will save, until when it's done, the screen will become bright again. When it's saving, the screen will be dark. But when it's done, to be changed to bright again. So yeah, so okay, yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. This is the class we're done. This is how you change character in Manu. And yeah. If you have any questions, to happen in the WhatsApp group or something. So yeah. Midile, I'm done.
Okay. Mr. Uchena, thank you so much. Bossman, thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
Being able to understand how to use Blender to create characters and then import it into Manu. So this is just an iceberg of the course. It's very, very interesting. We'll be having our monthly boost. So the next boost will be the continuation of what was solved. We're going to upload it on YouTube and send you the link. That's what we intend to do for anyone that is interested to learn Manu. Our online platform will be ready soon. So for those that want to learn Manu on their own, we also have the online courses and then our online e-learning platform, which we're about to launch. And then for those that want to attend our physical classes, we have that, and then our virtual classes. Okay, so the next 2 weeks we'll be having our virtual classes and we'll be doing mostly coding. Coding, do you understand what I'm saying? Because coding is very important. Coding can be used to design websites, can be used to design sprites and instructions for gaming. Coding can be used to build software applications and so on. So in the next 2 weeks, we're going fully to our programming classes, and we're looking at Python and data analysis for those that they really want to learn about data. As I said, we have our e-learning platform for the Manu games. So for those that want to learn the Manu, we have that. Well, weekend classes will be virtual, and we're also inviting everybody. It comes at a cost. We'll get back to you on that. Now, before we finally go, I want to introduce Inya Yerogo. Inya Yerogo, we'd like you to share your project, what you did for the Manu game. I'm going to call one more person, that's our immediate Joshua. But the person I want to share will be Inya Yerogo. He's going to show us what he did during the program. He attended our virtual classes and he'll show you the project that he did. So I know that he attending this program must have really, really helped him. So I'd like him to, are you there, please? Are you there? Okay, Shemilore. Yep. Okay, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you fix your laptop. You won't be able to do it, to showcase your work. Okay.
I would be able to. I lost all the files, so I'll be able to next
time. Okay, no problem. Okay, Shemilore, can you share your own? Shemilore is a gamer. She's been designing games for so many years. So she's a gamer. So Shemilore, can you share your stuff, please? And just talk a bit about your game.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shemilore Tejusho, and I came for the Wi-Fi Combat Summer Bootcamp during the summer, which they taught us how to create games using Manu. I'm going to share my screen now to show the project that I did with my team. It's loading. So the game I created, the project was about climate change, and it was about a character that just, I don't really know how to explain it, but it was a character that just spawned in the earth, and the earth has been destroyed, and he's finding his way through steps and collecting power points so that you can increase level. So I'm going to show you how I play the game. Okay, so this is the game. First, you have to collect the coins. I haven't really programmed the coins to be collected. So you have to jump through these obstacles so you can get to the level. So if you touch the lava, you die. And it takes you back to where you spawned from. So I'm going to try and not die so I can show you the levels of the game. Jump, 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 and jump. Then jump again, jump again, jump again. Then you go over here. The game was really hard to design. But if you understand like how to design games very well, you'll find it very easy. Then you jump over here and you pass these points. Woo! And I fell down. So that's my game.
Lovely game. You're on mute, oh. You're on mute.
Miss Dele.
Your mic is muted, Miss Dele.
Sorry, I didn't know that I was not speaking. Okay, so Shemilore's game was very interesting. It's about climate change. So she showed you the different levels. I know that she's still working on it and it can be better. But I want to show you another game that another student's game is Team. So let me just play it. This is you can follow us at Wi-Fi Combat. It's at Wi-Fi Combat. And this is how our site looks. So let me open the game, one of our students, I want to show you what he designed. Okay, so this is it. So I don't know whether you guys heard me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Heard me? Okay, good. Okay. Sorry, just hold on. I want to share the share sound. Okay. So so this was our summer boot camp. We held it during the holiday. It was a beautiful experience.
Please. Miss Dele.
Yes, please.
If you want, I can do like what I did last time. I can create the game.
Yes, you can still create your game. Sorry, let me just see why it's not opening. Sorry, just hold on. Sorry, just hold on. Okay, so let me share it. Yes, it's going to work now. Okay.
Saving the ocean on our planet. It was made by me, Ifeolu Samuel Adibakin, and we would like to call upon one of the audience, Damisi, to help us play our game. A round of applause for him. Alright, while we are doing the game, we would like to just give time how we have 3 days left to do and how can we do it down, how can we do everything. So we have opponents here, so how could we make it difficult? So this is also bad, you don't mind it, we try to different with this one in particular, this one and down, cheap platforms, cheap false platforms, you platforms that you stand in between and fall down, so you make it think quickly. You have side-by-side platforms too. So it was very interesting, and us trying to find pretty ways to how does this work? Saving the ocean on our planet. It was made by me, Ifeolu Samuel Adibakin, and
Okay, so that's one of the games that one of our students made. I don't know why they didn't attend the program, but I was going to ask him to come. So next time when they come, you can actually watch what they've done. So these were the winners. These are the winners of the program. And the person that's supposed to be sharing that's actually. So these are the projects of some students. That's the Mola. And the person that talks to you, that's
I think because of the fair and his team sat down and they kind of constructed like a real story around their game. The game has meaning, so they were real about what they were felt. And that means effort and information how to want to do something. So I noticed it's very like you do a lot of research.
So that's the facilitator of that topic.
Samla is very technical and competitive, like he doesn't want to do this. Because this is not teaching. We share knowledge and I give so much just hanging around them. And every year I teach them, I learn something new. Thank you. So we'll be giving out some stuff just to appreciate a few of them and encourage them.
So this is for you. Okay, this is for you.
That's just how we.
So these are just some of the pictures that we had. Some of our students, our girls in tech, that's some of them here. They also created their own games. It was very interesting. So that's Shemilore, the gamer that just shared her projects. And that's our programs. We have a lot of programs. We have the Wi-Fi tech. Yeah, let me show you this. This was this is how the excursion looked, and it was about innovation. It was very interesting. We really learned a lot. We're definitely going to find a way to invite this gentleman for our career talks.
So give me an example of what you
It was an amazing thing, just talking about technovation and talking about innovation. It was amazing. So this is just part of the things that we did that summer program. It was interesting. Yeah, we also had the VR experience. That was an amazing courtesy of American Corner. I want to thank them again. It was very interesting. We had students actually had the privilege of participating in the
saving the ocean.
Yeah, you just thought that.
About the information how to do something.
Besides
So these are some things that we had other girls.
Possibly runs track or does high jump, and as compared to females who are gain recognition worldwide, just based on duties like that, she finds it difficult.
So you can visit our site, our Wi-Fi Combat. Our Instagram page is very interesting. Finally, let me just make everybody laugh. So this was how our program looked. It was very interesting. That's how the teenagers' classrooms were. It was very nice, very educative. We also learned a lot. So you can just go visit our website and our Instagram page, because our Instagram has a lot of very interesting ones. There was something that was very interesting. I put this there. Let me see whether it is there.
Word is Seychelles. S. Correct. A. Incorrect. Incorrect. E. Correct. A. Incorrect. Y. Correct. C. Correct. Correct. Incorrect. Correct. 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 Incorrect.
Sorry,
Okay. So I thank everyone for attending. Thank you so much. So we will.
Ma, do you still want me to present my?
You
I
still
just
have
create a new one.
okay, so you can show it. You can show the others. You can show. Okay. Share it.
Okay. So far, I've done this. The one I did last time, it had like a new character here, like where my mouse cursor is, and it had a bat over here that would move every time you step on it. It will move over here, so it will come this way and then move this way. It was an animation that I had made, so it will continue moving, and then when there's another block that you come here, and then you continue mounting up, and then you come this way. So it was just a parkour game to actually make your way to the top of, and then get to another level. But recently I fixed my laptop and everything, the files that I had done were misplaced. I'm changing to the hard drive. So I'll try and remake that before the next boost
The
meeting.
next class, yeah. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you had an interesting time. I want to say a big thank you to Mr. Bossman Uchekuya. He keeps on giving and giving back to us, you know. He wants to make sure that when he finally decides to leave the space, you guys will take over the space, which is very important. We have our Adekunle. Is that you? Is that Adekunle? You're smiling. I didn't know that you attended. Do you also want to showcase your work? Have you done any work? Have you done any project? It's running away. I didn't even know you're the one. It was just later that I looked and I said that I just remembered that you were the one. Do you want to show us any of your works to anybody? Do you have anything to show? Okay, we can. Okay, don't worry. The next one you will definitely show. So I'm very very proud of you. I'm proud of everyone that presented their works. I want to say a big thank you for the newcomers. We want you to be a part of our program. We actually have a WhatsApp group where we meet, we talk, we inform, we update, and we inform everybody what's going on. Yeah, there's a program coming up very soon, and there's a free gaming arena exhibition come up at the same venue, and that would be, I think that would be that'll be in October. So I want everybody that came. You don't have to come through your school. You can come through Wi-Fi Compass Academy. She gets what I'm saying. So it's free. You get to see industry leaders. You get to have more opportunities to expose yourself to the gaming industry. The gaming industry, as I said, it's not just about gaming. The other advantages, see what he was saying. All the multimedia design, all the backgrounds, the green screens. When I watch a film, I know when it's a green screen. I know that this is very fake. And you can actually use game engines to create effect, to do a lot of things. You saw Jago Jago. I watched the film, the Nigerian film. They did After Effects. It was okay. It can be better. So when we train you guys, you make the industry better. You make it grow. You make it look better. So I've watched a lot of programs, especially the ski films. It's all fake. It's all green screens. So they use things like Manu, Unity 3D design, and what do they call it? And Unreal Engine to create scenes, to create characters, to create 3D worlds. Do you get what I'm saying? So these are things that we want to learn and we want to teach you. That's why you notice that we had our hub, because it's actually a hub. It can be both physical, it can be both online. So we don't know next. The next one could be physical. So we'll definitely inform everybody when the next program is coming up. So I want to say a big thank you for everybody that came. As I said, our weekend classes are coming. We want you to be a part of it, and definitely more opportunities will come. So thank you so much. I'm so Jenna. Thank you so much, and thanks to everybody for coming. Okay, so bye-bye. I'm going to end this meeting. Thank you.